Good morning, Ashley. How are you?
Morning. I'm good. How are you?
It's good. I'm so happy to have an opportunity to sit and chat with you about your role in Walk a Mile in My Shoes and just to kind of catch up with you. It's been a while since we recorded the pilot, so
Mhm.
it's good to see you, and I hope everything is going well for you. So just to kind of start us off, will you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Of course. So my name is Ashley Austin. I am 19 years old. I'm currently a student at Western Kentucky University. I'm studying theater and Spanish, specifically acting and studying Spanish, so I can be a translator and maybe work in ESL programs and also do theater in other countries later. Um, I got into theater and acting in high school, through my high school theater, and I've been a part of, a few different productions, a few musicals like Cats in Chicago. I did a couple plays, some student written. I did The Great Gatsby. So I've gotten a few things under my belt, but this was kind of my first experience, with any sort of professional television work or anything like that.
That is awesome. That's awesome. And congratulations on everything that you're doing. And I think it's awesome that you're
Yeah.
studying Spanish and theater. That's a good combination. So it makes you very versatile. So tell me a little bit about your character and Walk a Mile.
All right, so my character is Elizabeth, and she is an incredibly bright student. She is very smart, just very school is comes very naturally to her. And she has a lot of potential and wants to do really amazing things, but she is homeless. And so she is kind of struggling to, make ends meet, and she's not really sure, where her next meal is going to come from and things like that. So I feel like there's just this internal struggle that's a part of her character that is, she knows that she is talented and that she has a lot of potential, but trying to figure out how to channel that and become successful and pull herself up out of this kind of hole that she's been shoved into, um, is kind of, her main like internal battle that she's dealing with
Mhm.
in the series.
Awesome. Now, can you relate to Elizabeth at all?
Oh, definitely. Like I also schools always come really naturally to me. And so but still like she's very humble about it, which I really respect about her. When I was younger, especially, I wasn't exactly the most humble about it. So I feel like I can also learn from her in that respect, that because that's also it's not everything, there's a lot of other important qualities too that I also think that she has that are just, just as important. And I think that that kind of internal struggle of, wanting to be successful, but not really sure how to make that happen. I definitely don't have the same struggles as her, but still kind of just figuring out the path to take to, live your fullest life, I think is something we can all relate to in a way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you mentioned that this was your first opportunity working on a professional set. Will you tell us just a little bit about your experience? What did you learn? What did you gain? What did you like? Even what you disliked about it?
Yes, of course. So, I actually found out about this opportunity through, one of my oh, excuse me, one of my high school teachers. One of my theater teachers had heard from, another teacher that you guys were going to be filming part of the pilot at my high school, and that you guys were looking for extras. So I was like, that's amazing. This is what I want to do. Like, this is a awesome first step to get my foot in the door. So I showed up that Saturday and I was just expecting to be an extra. Um, but then um I can't remember who it was, but someone like pulled me aside and was like, "Would you be comfortable with lines and actually having a character?" And so I was, of course, like, definitely that would be awesome. Um, and I remember just being so in awe of like the other actors and like Alvin had worked with them before, I'm pretty sure for the most part. And just this like rapport he had with them, and they all just worked so well together, and they were all so good at improv, which was always something that I've been insecure about. So seeing that like actually being incorporated into the show was really cool, and it made things feel a lot more natural. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And everyone was just so lovely and so nice. And like it's just been a joy working with them that day, and the stuff that I've done with you guys since too. I've just really enjoyed it all.
That is awesome. And I'm sure that people who have seen the pilot would not know that you were an extra because you fit in so well and you did awesome with your lines. And I
Thank
mean,
you.
it just worked out perfectly. So I appreciate you for saying that part. But I promise people who watched it, I'm sure they wouldn't have known that. So that is awesome. So what has it been like for you just being a part of AME as you continue to do other things? And hopefully as we look towards the future, just tell me what have you gained like professionally and then personally just from this experience?
Mhm. Obviously, like connections, which are so important in this industry, and like really valuable experience. It was, like I said, it was my first time actually filming something. So getting a behind the scenes process or look at the process of, like doing multiple takes and like just taking little notes and applying them and working off of other people's energies when like a screen is involved and cameras are involved rather than, having an audience to feed off of their energy, was all really valuable experience for me. And then when we did the Zoom class, that was also like a really important learning experience for me, adapting to a different mode of still creating this type of art, but it's not anything that most of us have really done before. So kind of going through that experience with everyone from AME together, was, I felt like, really great, and I think we all learned a lot from it, and I think the product turned out really well too. I was very proud when I watched it.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So let me ask you, I know you're a college student, but what advice would you give a high school student?
Mm. Um, I think just know that you're not alone, and it feels like that way so often. I know I felt that way all the time, that my struggles were, they were my struggles. And sometimes I didn't want to burden other people with those struggles, or I felt like other people wouldn't understand. But that's not the case. No matter what situation you're in, there are always going to be people out there who love you and care about you and, want to help you be the best version of yourself that you can be. So getting out of your head and allowing yourself to like recognize those people and actually take comfort in them and confide in them, I think is really important, and something that I could have really benefited from when I was in high school.
That is awesome. That's great advice too, Ashley. And then just to kind of wrap up things, what do you think people will gain when they watch Walk a Mile in My Shoes drama series? What do you think they're going to gain from it?
I think they're going to gain just kind of like that reminder that you never really know what a person is going through. So to always treat people with kindness and respect. And, I think a lot of people also, especially with like high schoolers, think that maybe their problems aren't as serious or as like adult. And I think this series kind of shows that kids in high school and even younger oftentimes have to deal with a lot of really serious stuff, and they have to grow up really quickly. So making people more aware of that and recognizing that high schoolers and kids, they can have really serious problems too that like matter and are really important and that need to be addressed and deserve just as much attention and support as like the more adult issues.
Mhm. Absolutely. And just finally, Ashley, do you have any final words that you want to share with the audience, or if you want to tell us your social media platforms or anything you want to share?
Yes. So first of all, anyone watching this, thank you so much for supporting this series and AME, and like us as artists, all the actors and everything. It means the world to us. This is, I mean, this is our life. This is what we love to do, is creating art for other people to enjoy. So knowing that there are people out there that are, you know, watching this and maybe finding comfort in it, or entertainment, or just a place of like solace and refuge from maybe like the hardships of real life, is just so encouraging to me, and it's what keeps me going in this business. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. We really, really appreciate it. If you want to follow me on social medias, I have Instagram, which is Ashley, ASHLEYYY, three Y's, dot Christine. Um, and I don't really have any other social media platforms. It's just Instagram, but I'm public, so just follow me. I'll probably follow you back. So
Awesome. Thank you, Ashley. And you all heard her. Please go and follow Ashley, and also continue to support the arts, continue to support the pilot. We have some great things coming up soon. So, Ashley, we thank you so much for just
thank
stepping
you.
in and being a great asset and contributor to this project. And we're looking forward to great things in the future. And
Thank you.
congratulations on everything you're doing in terms of school. And I hope everything goes well as you prepare to end this semester. So
Thank
have a
you.
great day, Ashley, and thank you again.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Welcome. Bye-bye.